Hello, class. Welcome to the West Fork of the White River. I am just south of Fayetteville in the little town of West Fork. And I just wanted to show some bluff forming rocks here. A lot of northwest Arkansas is actually sitting on the Springfield plateau of the Ozark Mountains. This is part of the Boston Mountains plateau, and there's a little plane up there that's going to land at Drake Airfield just north of here, so that'll tell you where I'm at even more. Uh, Now, if you're kind of sitting on top of the Springfield Plateau, you're mostly on top of the Boone Formation, at least if you're in northwest Arkansas, and that's a limestone. Here, a little bit farther south, we're actually up above that limestone. There's more rocks sitting on top of it, and there's a lot of sandstones and shales, which means there's more clastic material. There's more sand and mud from 350-ish million years ago, kicking off uh, the ancient Ozarks into the seashore, which is what this used to be. And that ancient seashore is on display here on these bluffs with all of this sandstone. In fact, if you look at this sandstone behind me, you'll see a little cave up there. And just beneath that cave, you can kind of see these little wisps, these little lines that kind of, have this kind of little curvature to them. And if you start looking close, you can kind of see it all along that, pretty much all the way down the stream here. Those little wisps are actually cross beds, which are from small dunes. So that honestly, I'm not sure if that's from out of the water or if it's actually in the water, and so it's basically just large ripples from underneath the water. But that's definitely near the shoreline. All that sand from the ancient Ozarks when the ocean used to be that much higher, and the world looked quite a bit different 350 million years ago. So don't try to wrap your head too much around the shorelines now and the shorelines then. It was a lot different. In fact, I think the equator was a lot closer to here too. Uh, yeah, a really kind of classic feature here in the Ozarks to kind of see these bluffs like this with the sandstones like this. Now, it's not just the sandstones that'll make bluffs in the Ozarks. The limestones will do it too, and so will the dolomite. What doesn't do it is the shale. The shale will kind of form these nice slopes because that erodes out really well, really easily. And so you don't really see bluffs from that very often. And if you do kind of see shale outcropping, it's probably from like a road cut or something where it's been artificially kind of opened up. But a lot of times, if you're wondering what the rocks are over there, look at your feet. Down here, I've got a whole bunch of rocks. They're really rounded from going down this stream, but these rocks are from that bluff over there just farther upstream. They're getting weathered off of it and they're eroding out, right? Weathering is kind of in place. Erosion is the stuff getting carried away. It's getting carried down here and deposited on this point bar. And that over there is, of course, the cut bank. And this stream over the last, I'm going to say about 500,000 years has meandered back and forth heavily across this valley. If we go to the other side of this valley, we actually get to the I-49, and then there's more hills, or I should say mountains up over that. And I remember I had a professor from the U of A that kind of would bring us here and say, like, did this little river erode this whole thing? Could it have really done all this work? And of course, we were all like, I don't know. But his point was that no, there used to be a lot more water coming down this thing, especially during the last ice age. You probably would have had a lot more moisture coming down from these glaciers as they were receding over the last 10,000 years or so. So it would have been a quite different looking place during the end of the last ice age around here. A lot more conifer trees and a lot colder. Maybe looks a lot more like the Pacific Northwest than it does like this. But yeah, just wanted to show this. And if you ever come here to Riverside Park, which is just kind of down the stream there, literally a couple of football fields, really popular summer swimming hole. So if you're wondering, oh, I want to go swimming somewhere and I don't know where to go, this is a great place to do it in the summertime, especially during the weekdays where there's not as many people there. On the weekends, this place will be packed. But it's easy to get to. West Fork is a really cool little town. Highly recommend coming here. And again, just nice geology. The water's very pretty, and yeah, so I hope you enjoy it. Cheers.